Back in 2021, I drove for Uber part-time to help pay off student loans. I usually stuck to daytime shifts, but sometimes I do late nights on weekends for the surge pricing. That's where this story starts, a Saturday night in September. It was around 1:15 a.m., and I was about ready to call it a night. I got a ping for a pickup just a few blocks away, a guy named Mark, requesting a ride from outside a dive bar in a sketchy part of town. 5 stars, over 300 rides. I figured it was safe. I pulled up, and a man in a dark hoodie got in the back seat. No eye contact. He didn't say a word, just stared out the window. "Mark?" I asked. He nodded. I started the ride. The destination was about 25 minutes away, to a residential neighborhood I didn't recognize. But the route seemed fine, mostly highway, a few back roads at the end. For the first 10 minutes it was quiet. Then I noticed something weird in the rearview mirror. He was staring at me, not just zoning out, staring. I asked, "You okay back there?" He didn't answer, just kept staring, like he was studying me. A minute later, he spoke for the first time. "You ever get scared doing this?" I laughed awkwardly. "Sometimes, yeah, but most people are chill." He didn't respond. Another 2 or 3 minutes passed. Then he leaned forward, right between the seats, and whispered, "Ever pick up someone you shouldn't have?" My mouth went dry. I forced a nervous laugh and said something like, "Not that I know of." He leaned back, dead silent again. I was officially creeped out now. My gut was screaming at me. I glanced down. His drop-off was on a street I didn't recognize, and the pin was placed slightly off the road, like in a wooded area. I asked, "Hey, is this address right? Looks like it's not near a house." He said, "Just follow the GPS, other 5 minutes." We turned off the main road into a quiet, unlit neighborhood. Trees on both sides, no streetlights, no houses visible. I slowed down. "This doesn't look right," I said. "You sure this is where you're going?" He didn't answer. Then he did something I'll never forget. He pulled out a folded piece of paper and held it in front of my face, like he wanted me to read it without taking it. I looked. It was a list, a handwritten checklist. At the top, things to bring. Underneath, gloves, zip ties, flashlight, trash bags, knife, rope. I slammed the brakes and said, "Get the hell out of my car." He didn't move. I yelled again, more forcefully, "Get out." Finally, he opened the door, slowly stepped out, and just stood there. Watching me, no expression. I floored it. I didn't stop driving until I hit a 24-hour gas station 10 miles away. I parked, locked the doors, and reported the rider to Uber. I called the police too, but there wasn't much they could do. The profile was likely fake, and the trip was prepaid with a burner card. Uber eventually removed the rider from the platform, but they never followed up with me after that. I never found out who he really was or what he planned to do. All I know is, if I hadn't trusted my gut, if I'd gone just a little farther down that road, I might not be here to tell the story. I haven't driven for Uber since.